Hello everyone, happy Friday morning, or whatever day it is for you right now. We are kicking off the part 2 of the Ultimate Guide to Ateez 2023 version. As I said in my part 1, I love doing guides no matter how well I know a group, because there's so many things like that I've watched that I don't remember, like facts about or things, because like it's been a year, right? And so I've watched things or like heard information about things, say like a year ago, and then never revisited that, and so it's not really like strong in my head. So I love to be able to go back and watch guides and be reminded of certain facts and be reminded of like, you know, just certain events and things that have happened. And there's still so many things in here that I've like not seen before. So yeah, I think it's really fun to do no matter how much of an 18er you are. So we are kicking off today's with Yeosang. Let's go. A moving sculpture. Facts. I've got 9. I'm pretty sure we have the same MBTI, but I always forget what my MBTI is. I'm pretty sure it's ISFP. MBTI. I am ISFP. Yeah, that's right. Same C's.
Yeosang was the 6th member to join Ateez. He started off as a trainee under Big Hit Entertainment when he was 17, but he later made the decision to leave. At that time, he received offers from 6 different companies and ended up choosing KQ. He became a visual, vocalist, and lead dancer in the group. Hongjung said, in an interview, that the team leader at KQ put in a lot of effort to get Yeosang to join them.
Oh wow.
The thing about Yeosang is that he has a kind of inconspicuous type of humor. You might not notice him immediately because he is not
I still haven't watched whatever this was from.
one to make himself the center of attention.
It's true.
But he is naturally funny, and his humor is very much underrated.
It's true. Oh yes. Please forget.
Yeosang makes a lot of people laugh because he is very okay with and very good at exposing people. He is known on occasion to be very savage.
멋있는 맏형. 장로형! 야! 미안. 청소 잘하네, 왜? 형 평소에 무대에서 춤추고 노래하는 모습이 너무 멋있는 것 같아. 좋아. 고마워. 근데 성화 형. 너무 멋있는 것 같아. 좋아. 근데 성화 형. 제발. 우리 안무 중에 가만히 있는 안무 하면 혓바닥 좀 안 움직이면 안 돼. 혓바닥 좀 안 움직이면 한번 이게 시범 그거 둥세만 해.
We like it though.
아 이렇게 가요.
우리 연상 씨,
저 있었습니다.
언제 사라지고 싶었습니까?
우영 씨를 처음 만났을 때요.
But this does not dismiss his sweet and effervescent personality. He is quite like an angel. That is, when he is not busy calling someone out. The members
he looks so good
themselves, though, say that Yeosang doesn't have the ability to hurt anyone, doesn't get angry, and is the purest one in the group. Yeosang is able to fool most people into believing that he is not.
It's true, but I'm sure he gets angry. I'm sure he gets angry. We've literally never seen it, right? Have you guys ever seen a clip of Yeosang angry? Like, I can find a clip of any of them angry, and whether it's like a serious angry or not is another story. But even like pretend angry, I don't think I've ever seen it. Like, at all. It's so crazy.
Not as undomesticated as the rest of the group. But when you really get to know him, you'll find that he is not as normal as he first appears to be. Yeosang once told Ateez that if he is nervous for something, He pretends that he is in a simulation and that nothing is real. While that is a really helpful tip, we can all admit that is not the usual answer someone would give. But then again, when asked, Yeosang said that he thinks he is the only one who is normal among the 99 liners. While Yeosang takes the role of the most domesticated of the undomesticated 99 liners, what kind of animal he is a topic of heavy debate.
It is.
Yeosang has always been given the title of a Maltese because of his softness and resemblance. But recently, Yeosang has declared that he is not a Maltese but a Doberman. This drastic switch in breed has found a lot of pushback. Most fans still call him a Maltese, which you'll find on their page for him at fan signs. But he insists on being called a Doberman. When he is rightly called that, he is very happy.
This clip ruined me the first time I saw it. I actually think I may have cried or wanted to cry.
So if you ever have the honor and privilege of meeting Yeosang, please call him a Doberman. The reason for this switch up from Yeosang can probably be attributed to the fact that over the past year, he has grown tremendously both on the inside and out. Both his newly found confidence and biceps are something fans have picked up on. According to Ateez, Yeosang, along with Sam, are most likely to be caught at the gym. So, I suppose to him, the shy Maltese has transformed into a strong Doberman. Yeosang is often introduced and referred to as a moving sculpture, and when you see him, the reason is clear.
Yes.
He is very distinctly pretty, and multiple of the members even said that when he first arrived at KQ, they were intimidated because he was so good looking. Something that makeup hides from our sight is Yeosang's beautiful birthmark on the side of his face. Fans love when he is barefaced, because it is one of the very few opportunities we get to see his birthmark. When you peruse Ateez's discography, you might not notice Yeosang's voice. This is because he did not get a lot of parts in songs early in Ateez's career. Though while in the beginning he was more on the shy side, he has bloomed tremendously both in vocal skills and dance, and has stated multiple.
I think this is one of my favorite performances. I think it was Thank You. They did a few performances on this one, but I'm pretty sure this part was Thank You. I'm pretty sure. And I felt bad for him because he only had one line and they're trying to make him laugh in his only line.
Shy side. He has bloomed tremendously both in vocal skills and dance, and has stated multiple times over the years that he wants more opportunities in their songs.
Deja Vu is superior. I'm sorry, but Deja Vu, I wish I was around for that era, because that era, look at the freaking screen, first of all. I'm happy to be around the era that we're in now, don't get me wrong. I just wish I also experienced Deja Vu era.
Songs to showcase his voice. It really shows just how much Yeosang has grown both on the outside and inside, because now his presence on stage can be felt from across a stadium. Yeosang has an extremely intense stare that he uses to his advantage when he performs. Many fans and non-fans alike say that Yeosang has very deep eyes, and it is this feature that makes him even more powerful. Now that we hear Yeosang more often, we are able to fully appreciate his rich, deep voice.
Yes.
Not unlike Mingi, Yeosang's...
That's the thing, I feel like they're starting to utilize what he has a little bit more. And in the past, maybe he wasn't as confident, but maybe it didn't suit the song as much, or the lines that they were thinking, or the vibe or something. I don't know, but in Halazia in particular, his voice is so suited to that song. So it's I just think that he's got more opportunity to showcase it, maybe because of a confidence thing, but also because they're trying to utilize it more, or it's fitting more into what they're releasing.
Yeosang's voice, both when he sings and talks, is very full and very deep. This quality enriches every lyric he sings and sends a shiver down your spine, because it flows as smooth and as thickly as honey.
Yes!
His tremendous vocal ability should not take away from the fact that like the rest of the members of Ateez. Yeosang's dancing skills are remarkable and stand out on stage. Just like his stare and his voice, his performance skills and presence on stage is resolute and absolutely noteworthy.
Yes. Especially in Halazia. It makes me sad. Whoa. I'm going to pause on that. It makes me sad that, like, I mean, I still can do fan cams of Halazia and Gorilla and stuff, but I did so many fan cams on Patreon that, like, sometimes there's only so many fan cams you can do, you know, before people are like, okay, Mel, you've done enough fan cams of the same song now. But I miss watching, like, Yeosang in Halazia so much because he just, for me, just blew me away.
Resolute and absolutely noteworthy.
Wow. That outfit.
Yeosang has been an MC on SBS MTV's The Show since March 2nd,
Seriously, look at them all with their blonde hair. What a look.
2021. Yeosang leads as the oldest of the trio of MCs, and he has his own segment titled Uncommon Dance Lessons. Yeosang's funny and bright personality shines in his role as MC. So if you would like to see more of Yeosang, tune into the show every Tuesday at 6 p.m.
And he's back.
Korean time, of course. Yeosang's favorite food is chicken, and while that might not seem important, it is to him. Something else you should know about Yeosang is that he created a character called Hetman, and 8 teenies love to see the different variations and emotions Hetman has. To end, I want you to know that according to Yeosang, he will forever be your chicken leg.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Yeosang. It's so cute. Who's next? San? Yes, the mountain. Unofficial performer. Pretty sure it's official that he's a performer. I know what they mean though. INFP.
The first thing you should know about Mountain, or San, as some people like to call him, is that he is
the one thing you should know about Mountain, or some people call him San.
not human. Just kidding.
No,
maybe.
It's not.
Sam
not a joke.
was the 4th member to join Ateez. He came to Seoul on his own all the way from his hometown Namhae. Though he was good at singing, San came to KQ with no dance experience and had to work very hard to improve his skills enough to debut. Now, we can see, all of his hard work did not go to waste,
no.
as he has been given titles such as the man who will raise the standards of K-pop performance by journalists. At first glance, when watching him perform, the thought that pops into most people's mind is how can anyone perform the way he does? San is renowned for his inexplicable performance expertise. Not only does he move his body in ways that would otherwise break the bones of any normal human being.
He just goes 100%. But it's like, it's such a high jump. I've spoken about this before about San. He goes 100%. 100%. And the difference is that not a lot of people have the stamina to do that. Like, he is naturally extremely athletic, and I think naturally is going to be fit regardless of even if he trains or not. And they do train, they do exercise, they do a lot. But he is just, his stamina is so high that's why he's able to go 100%. It's like sprinters. Like, you can only sprint for so long. You can only sprint in your anaerobic state, your highest heart rate, for so long. And some people are better at it than others. And that's the case for San. Like, he has the stamina to be able to go 100% the whole time. If anyone else, not anyone else, because other people do it too, but for a lot of other people, if they try to go 100% every performance, they wouldn't be able to do it because their body would fatigue. So I just think he's just so athletic and so fit that his body is just capable of that.
But it seems that just like having a clear choreography for a song, San also creates his own face choreography.
Yes.
San has said that he thinks deeply about what the song is trying to say and then embodies that. He says that he tries to tell a story with his dancing and facial expressions.
He does. Liv, have I watched this? I don't remember that costume. Wow.
This is extremely what the song is trying to say and then embodies that. He says that he tries to tell
I don't remember the crystals on the shoulder.
A story with his dancing and facial expressions.
Wow.
This is
Wow. There's not many people that can like bring emotion out in me just from their dancing.
said that he thinks deeply about what the song
Like, singing, it happens very easily, but not dancing.
is trying to say and then embodies that. He says that he tries to tell a story with his dancing and facial expressions.
Yes.
This is extremely evident when he performs Ateez's song Inception. He has a look of loss, longing and tragedy on his face and really makes you experience the song with him.
꿈에서 깨려고 하는 거예요. 네. 꿈에서 깨려고 모든 것을 이제 이거는 이제 어쩔 수 없이 꿈을 꾸게 되는 자아고 이 친구는 이제 이거를 끌어내려고 하는 자아죠. 네. 그래서 손이 떨리는 거예요.
This. When I watched this, when I was in Korea and I was doing it was San's birthday and I went to like a cup sleeve event. And I watched this, on like one of the cafes had like them projected. Jaw was dropped, tears in the eyes. Because he's just, as I said, there's not a lot of people who can bring out emotion in me when I watch them dance, and San is one of the very few people. Like, I love watching dance, but dance is like one of my favorite things to watch. However, I don't usually get emotional by it. I don't think. No, I don't really. Singing and things like that, yeah, but not so much dancing. But San and his expressions really, 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 really get me. I'm just looking at how he's holding his hand. Why is he what weird? Anyway, yeah, San is one of the very few people who can make me cry from dancing. This clip killed me.
그러면
와.
이제 그 마지막에 그렇게 탁 해서 하는 그거는
형이 말대로 체이스유 하려는 대상을 잡으러 갔어요. 난 거기서 깬 줄 알았지. 하지만 이것은 정말 인셉션이었던 거라고 본인이 다시 알고 다시 빠지게 되는 거죠.
그렇군요.
And this sorry for pausing so much, but this happens anytime I do anything with Sun. This is why he's able to bring out emotion in me in particular, because he's not just doing the moves. There's a thought behind the moves and there's a story in his head that he's trying to convey, and that's the difference. Like, and I don't want to compare, because I'm not comparing. I'm just explaining why he brings out emotion. For some other people, who are dancers, like, you do the dance moves and that's how it should be done. But there's like a whole other element with San, and that's the performance element that he has, like just bringing emotion and thought and meaning behind each of the moves is why he connects so much.
It seems that he never loses his character in a song and has endless energy. Unsurprisingly, San is the third member of Ateez's demon line. San's switch when a stage begins is so dramatic that it is very hard not to notice.
Whoa. That jawline. Wow. The smile. Oh, so cute.
Due to this, one of his
My favorite hair.
nicknames is actually Satan.
One of.
It is also worth noting that San's
Actually, I lie. This is.
flexibility is in part due to the fact that he is a third-degree black belt in Taekwondo. San's natural ability to always show some type of expression or emotion on his face, whether he is in the back or in the center, has garnered a lot of attention from fans, experts, sunbaeams, and hobeis. It has come to the attention of 18s.
San surpasses the human body expected capabilities. His high level strength and flexibility are impressive. It can be center in any given performance. Oh, Leah Kim. Who's got him as a role model? Subin, Eric and Sonu, Zuho. Ooh. Taeyong, Ilas Wonhyuk. We knew that. Driven, Alex, Lisu, Climax, Taeyeon. I don't know the rest of these groups. Pentagons, Utah. Cute. Oh, wow. I didn't realize Eric and Sonu and Zuho. And Subin. SF9 Zuho? He's like a few of these are like older. That's awesome.
That many artists in the K-pop industry look up to San because of his unusual and indelible performances. Many younger artists, peers, and sunbaeams have mentioned San as a source of inspiration when they perform.
For very good reason.
Watching a San fan cam always holds amazing surprises, and this is something most people have noticed.
And this is, I'm pausing so much on San, but this is why people should watch fan cams, not just of San, but of all of the members. If there's anything, I never used to watch fan cams. Never ever. Like, what was the point? I just never used to do it. I never thought, I was always like, what was the point back then? But now I realize that you miss so many details of the performance of each person if you don't watch a fan cam of them, because each person is bringing something so interesting that, like, when you're watching it as a whole, you'll miss it because it could be such a tiny facial movement or just the way that they do the dance, like ever so slightly differently. Like, it just gives you so much more appreciation for the dance as a whole. I always say, I don't know if you guys know that San is one of my biases, but if you don't by now, then I'm sure you would have figured it out. maybe he is like my top bias because I'm just like, I feel like even though I say like Sungha and Yeosang are also biases, which they are, maybe San is the alt of the three. Because let's be real, my actions are speaking louder than my words. Like the breathing.
San's fan cam.
That double nipple action just then was a lot when I'm in my feels. I do this because I love you all. Good morning, America.
San's fan cams have been named on the top 100 list of the most viewed male K-pop idol fan cams. Coming in as number 24 for his Studio Kum Fireworks fan cam and number 16 for his Wonderland and Hala Hala fan cams, surpassing 1 million views.
Needs more.
San is very critical of himself and always looks for ways to be better and do better. This is why, in his free time, he uses YouTube to review both live stages and his fan cams. He likes to look for mistakes and ways that he can do better next time. Most people are often distracted by his performance abilities, but San's vocals are exceptional.
Why am I don't know what, okay. I need to like go on a retreat or something because I keep crying over nothing lately. Like whenever I'm watching stuff. It's like my brain forgets how much I love San and then I watch him and I'm like, oh, you're actually like so obsessed. Like, are you good? Like I forget. I'm like, oh yeah, here's my bias. But so like, you know, everyone, like I got like these three, I think. How do I get real with myself? I'm so obsessed.
Exceptionally impressive. His voice is used in songs for very high falsettos, low tones, and
I thought that was, you know, all the time in that song.
my personal favorite, raspy and gritty parts.
I have watched all of these performances on Patreon if you're wondering. Hey.
One of the most shocking things to discover as a new 18 is San's intense duality.
Yes.
He is as affable as he is remarkable.
He's
Anyone
so
who knows
cute.
San knows that he is extremely caring and has a childlike innocent quality to him.
Very
도무니까
much.
이상하게 나오는데 이렇게 하면 너 이렇게 나오지.
Oh, I can't. This killed me. Look at his little face.
This is why he is often treated like the unofficial magnet.
Magnet.
San is extremely passionate when it comes to sharing all the love he has to give. And he makes sure to extend this enormous amount of love to all his members and every single 18.
Yes.
San loves physical touch, and it is this love language that he often uses to display his love to members. He is also constantly giving out amazing advice to 18s to encourage us and raise our spirits so we don't give up. Advice to 18s to encourage us and raise our.
Thank you, San. Because I'm feeling weak. I'm not strong. But if you say so.
Spirits so we don't give up. And he is, by far, one of the biggest hype men ever.
유남생, 송민기, DJ Lupin, man, yo. Hey, look at that. 둠치, 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 yeah. Bridget, do the, make it, do the, moon,
빨리 기절시켜.
good.
Someone knock him out.
Put your ass down, bam, bam, 번거지 미리.
Good. 원점 좋아.
Put your ass down, bam.
It sounds like he's saying, put your ass down.
빨리 기절시켜.
I feel like he is.
Put your ass down, bam bam. 번거지 미리 벗겨졌어, 뚜뚜빵 뚜뚜.
All these qualities are why on April 14, 2021, San was selected to be an ambassador of his hometown Namhae. Though San is very intimidating on stage, he is very much like an endless ball of sunshine and energy. He has so much of it that it often comes out very erratically. Hongjung testified that San was the reason Ateez's jumping ban was instituted in their trainee days.
연습생 때 생활 규칙이 있었는데 그 규칙 중에 하나가 밖에서 점프 금지.
Such a random rule.
그러니까 사진 때문에 생활 규칙이었어요.
아마 진짜 막 길 걷다가 링가르디 점프하고
나무 위에 한번 터치해보고 막 이런.
What's wrong with that?
진짜 그거
떨리는 거 아니에요?
이렇게 움츠려서 약간 다른 일행인 척하고.
San also breaks out into
Like,
song
why can't they jump? That's what I don't understand. What's wrong with them jumping outside?
extremely often, but he still hits his notes as effortlessly
wrong
as
words.
water flowing out of a faucet.
So good.
사 귀 왼쪽에서 피가 날 것 같아 진짜. 너 아까부터 계속 하고 있어. 어찌 마 우리. Cause you don't think I'm nowhere to you down.
Lastly, I want to let you know that San has dimples that could make anyone fall in love with just a smile. So, it's okay if you already did.
Is it too late now to seem sorry?
Oof.
좋은 선곡이네.
Yeah.
짜장면.
Okay. I won't. I might cry while smiling though. So that took me a while to get through. The princess. Kasha. Where? Every day.
The very first thing I think of when I think of Mingi is that he is the most adorable person on earth. Looking at him on stage, that must sound very strange. But allow me to explain.
Wow. Have I watched that? I need to check. I need to watch more of their making things, whatever they are. I think I may have done that. I think I did do Deja Vu. Oh, this vlog was so cute.
마지막으로 모자 귀엽죠? 안경 귀엽죠? 저도 귀엽죠?
At first glance, Mingi does not seem that disparate from the rest of the 99 liners, especially on stage. But Mingi is actually quite shy and reserved. Though he has his own bouts of random shouting and chaotic dancing, especially when he is around the people he loves, Mingi often takes a background role when in a group setting.
여러분 이거 갈 때까지 간 거예요.
결말. 여기는 이 코스.
있을 줄 알았는데 없었어? 네, 저희가 아직까지 2개 시켜 먹은 데에서 없었어요. 답 좀 해주세요.
감상평을 꼭 듣고 싶은 사람이 있습니다. 민기 씨 한번 이 감상평을.
주인공은 조용히 하는 거고.
주인공 굳이 자기가 얘기하면은 좀 그러니까.
왜냐면 뭘 해도 주인공이에요. 그러니까요.
This is not to say he isn't the brightest person in the world. His smile lights up any dark room,
It does.
and when he is happy, all is at peace in the world.
It's true.
Mingi takes friendship quite seriously, puts a lot of effort into it, and can get offended when his feelings aren't reciprocated to the
true.
same degree.
Just from though.
또 서운해하는 민기 씨.
또 왜 이걸 왜 서운해 근데?
별 어이가 없네.
아 이게 왜?
와, 너 진짜로.
아니 이걸 왜 서운해하는 거야? 아니 왜?
티는 어쩔 수 없어.
봐봐요. 리스도 같이 찍자 했고.
아니 왜? T는 어쩔 수 없어.
Mingi's the only member of Ateez that has a T in his MBTI, so they always attribute his reason and logic thinking to
봐봐요.
it.
리스도 같이 찍자. 그러니까 님은 왜 저한테 같이 찍자고 안 하세요?
내가 같이 하자고 한 거 아니에요. 팬이랑 에이팅에 약속한 거예요. 우영이랑.
그래, 넌 그렇게 해. 나도 이제 너한테 그 정도 안 하면 되지.
그냥 여기서 윤호 씨 반응은?
이건 좀 오해가 있습니다. 네, 민기가 좀 지나치게 질투를 하는 게 경향이 있어요.
질투는 아니야. 질투가 아니라 이거는 이제
서운한 거야?
나는 사람과의 관계를 되게 우선시하는데 너는 나 도덕적伦理를
아니.
So sad.
이 배신자야. 야, 네가 나한테 이러면 안 되지. 나 얘한테 들려다.
This happens particularly with Yoonho, Mingi's best friend of several years. Mingi and Yoonho, or Yoonji as fans call them, were best friends for 4 years before joining Ateez. Mingi and Yoonho actually auditioned for the company without the other knowing. Another semblance of fate working to bring Ateez together. Mingi is known by the group as the one who is afraid of almost everything. It is quite funny to watch, and Ateez takes a lot of pleasure in it. Mingi is also known to lie to the point of hyperbole. Seriously, he is often claiming things that logically don't make any sense. Like the multiple times he has claimed he has never been afraid in his entire life, and proceeds to jump out of his skin because something scared him. He has also claimed that he has never lost before, even though his track record shows he is terrible at games. Many of the lies Mingi tells tend to catch up to him quite quickly.
Yes, they do.
In the behind-the-scenes video of
Literally
Ateez's
straight
song
past
Don't
it.
Stop, Mingi told the camera that he has never been cold in his life.
As he's shivering.
Then proceeded to shiver because it was cold outside. Mingi's nickname is Princess, and he often
Was this Sector 1? I feel like this is Sector 1 outfit.
bounces around when he is happy. Though in the past he was very frivolous, recently you can see a more mature
Wow.
atmosphere around him. Amusingly, though Mingi is extremely outdated and does not know how to work a
Outdated?
lot of things, he is constantly exclaiming about how far the internet has come. Despite all of this, Mingi is actually much smarter and more serious than people give him credit for.
It's true.
He has written amazing raps in practically no time, which is what he did when he wrote his verse for Ateez's title track Answer, in a hotel room, a day before they had to record it. Mingi also participates
Mingi's been getting into producing for years now, but though we know he's been working on producing some songs, none have yet been released.
in producing Ateez's songs, and just like Hongjung, Mingi stayed longer in Los Angeles after their 2022 world tour to work with and learn from American producers. He writes all of his verses and truly takes the time to express his feelings when he does. Mingi, along with Hongjung, is on the list of the top copyrighted idols. Like Hongjung, along with Hongjung, is on the list of the top copyrighted idols. Like Hongjung, Mingi has a trademark before his rap.
Okay, I'm spinning. Your friction is back in the town. What's up?
He frequently says the phrase fix on before his verses to indicate to the listener not only that he is about to rap, but that they should focus and fix their attention on him.
We are. He's got such a unique rapping tone, Mingi.
I'm sure one of the very first things you noticed.
I really wish that I could go back in time and erase my memory of any of their songs, which I know what you're thinking. I know I've got a bad memory, but songs I'm pretty good with. Songs, I think my brain works in rhythms. So like songs, I'm like solid. I don't forget songs for the most part. I don't forget songs. But I wish I could go back in time and start all over again and listen to their songs all over again, because like I just have listened to all their songs and there's nothing else to listen to until they bring out an album, and it's really sad.
When you listen to an Ateez song was the guy with the deep voice.
Yeah.
That guy
so
is
unique.
Mingi. As someone who saw him in person, I can confirm that his voice truly is deeper than the Grand Canyon.
저는 개인적으로
Mingi also sometimes integrates singing into his verses. So much so that many people say that all 8 members of Ateez are great vocalists.
They are.
보이는 거야 신락 같은 희망이 다시 한번 믿어볼까 하는 환상이 현실 될까봐 그 희망을 못 이겨서 다시 살아가 보려 해는 그대 차가운 손을 내게 맡겨도 그 손 절대 놓지 않을 테니 걱정 말아요 그대여.
Though Mingi is obviously not an official vocalist, this does not stop him from loudly practicing to be the main vocalist of Ateez in his free time. Mingi is quite the performer, and his on-stage presence is very intimidating and profound.
It freaking
He pulls you in as soon as he begins to perform, and it is very hard to take your eyes off of him.
It's very true.
His dance skills are incredible, and it is clear even from afar his obvious talent.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey. This boots. Oh. As I said, Deja Vu is iconic.
Something I wanted to make sure I touched on is the fact that Mingi went on hiatus from November 2020 to September 2021 due to psychological anxiety.
I'm still so blown away at how long he was on hiatus for.
Fans missed him immensely, and everyone, especially Ateez, felt his absence the whole time. Mingi's hiatus is why you won't see him in multiple of Ateez's music videos and anything else they participated in. Some examples are the official music video for Ateez's title track Fireworks and also the entire Kingdom survival show. But, as is to everyone's relief, Mingi is much better now. And his break really solidified his importance in the lives of every Ateenie.
내가 많이 사랑해, 알겠지?
It must have been really bad for him to go on hiatus for that long. And I think I've spoken about it before, like, it's one thing to go and then it's another thing to come back. Like, he would have gone with that anxiety. Excuse me. He would have gone with the anxiety, gotten a little bit better, or gotten better, and then a lot of anxiety would have then come back thinking about returning. Like, it's hard to come back from that. Controls time. Okay, we'll slow the time down, please, Mingi, because I'm getting old. My body's falling apart. Oh, that's something now. Wooyoung.
Have you ever met someone who deliberately goes out of their way to mess with you all the time? Yet, you can't help but love them. Then you must have met Wooyoung. Wooyoung is uncategorically mean, but he somehow is the only one that can flawlessly get away with it.
다들 아시죠? 저기
He's not mean.
에이티즈는 리더 없으면 안 굴러가는 거. 너 뭐야?
너 나한테 욕한 거 기억나?
뭔 소리 하는 거?
아니 너가 그랬어.
뭐라고?
너가 여러분 에이티즈 리더 없으면 안 되는 거 알죠? 그러니까 성화가 옆에서 나는 너 뭐야?
진짜로?
오 미안해. 괜찮아. 너의 본심이었던 거야. 아니 오지는 마. 아 왜? 얘가 자꾸
Okay, maybe it's a little bit mean.
마음에 안 드는데?
But it's Wooyoung. I guess that's the whole thing of what she's saying, or what the person's saying, is that like maybe some things he says, if anyone else said would be mean, but because it's Wooyoung, it's like not mean. It's not really.
잘못한 걸 생각해봐. 잘못한 거 없는데? 나 너한테 항상 잘못해서. 난 아무렇지 않은데? 그거 인정.
Though, Wooyoung never does it with the intention of being genuinely mean.
Yeah, exactly.
And it usually is an indication of how close he feels to you. Wooyoung is an expert at ego and usually uses it to get away with something or to win a favor. This is especially true when Ateez shoot reality shows and Wooyoung wants the director or staff to grant a special request.
두 개 주고 하나만 내야죠.
Wooyoung has an extremely distinct laugh that can be recognized from behind a closed door. It is very high-pitched and usually accompanied by clapping. It is, in all seriousness, a trademark of Wooyoung.
사랑해.
에이티님, 이따가 만나. 키즈가 기다리고 있어. 네 거야.
Wooyoung has a smile that makes you want to work hard just to see it. And no matter how much he teases you, you can't help but still love him.
딱 뜯어 돌려서 발굴 해준 다음에
Wooyoung is extremely loud and loves to be the center of attention. He is a textbook extrovert and flows in and loves to be the center of attention. He is a
Really? That's same as me my entire life. Well, I don't remember the first time I did my MBTI, but it was a very long time ago. I was always E. E. And then after COVID, now I am I. And I can't tell if I was always an E, but forcing myself to do things. Like going out and stuff was just like the norm. So like you just don't stay at home. It was just like not normal to just like want to be at home alone all the time. And then being forced at home, like I don't know how you guys, what COVID was like in your country, but in Australia, well in New South Wales, you couldn't leave your house. You could leave your house once for like 30 minutes. That's it. Otherwise you had to just be in your house. And some areas had helicopters flying around to make sure that people were staying in their houses. It was so messed up. Anyway, but since then, I've become an I. And I don't know if I just got used to being at home because that was a rule for so long, or if that was my true nature. And then like being able to be at home was like, oh, this is what I prefer doing. I don't want to go out and be around people all the time. I can't tell, but I've done my MBTI 4 times since it changed to I, and I keep getting I. So it's interesting.
He's a textbook extrovert and flows in and out of conversations with strangers with practiced ease. This is why Wooyoung has the most idle friends among the members of Ateez.
But I'm very similar to Wooyoung. I can be loud and I have no issues talking to anyone. But I just don't like going out. Like I don't really like socializing that much. But when I'm out, I'm fine. I'm like loud and leading a conversation and things like that. But then halfway through the night, I'm like, when can I leave this situation? Because it takes my energy.
He is particularly close to TXT's Yeonjun and Stray Kids Changbin. Something else that you might notice about Wooyoung is that he flirts with everyone. In fact, Wooyoung could probably make a robot fall in love with him. He knows the power he holds and has no problem with using it to his advantage. But according to Wooyoung, he was naturally born that way and does not intentionally flirt.
Yeah. Straight up mine.
All of Wooyoung's qualities really make the constant comparisons of him and a fox very accurate. Though it has never been officially said, it is quite obvious that Wooyoung's love language is physical touch. Out of all the members, Wooyoung is the
I also think as these guys get more popular, anyone who's an E will probably start becoming an I because they're around people so much and they're the fame and stuff, like not being able to go out without like so many people like recognizing you. I feel like you would not want to. I mean, there's so many different things to an extrovert and introvert, but I don't know. Maybe it will change over time because of fame.
Is the one to initiate skinship the most. He loves to kiss and hug the members and is constantly attached to someone.
Yeah.
More often than not, that person is San. San and Wooyoung are extremely close, to the point that they have matching tattoos that say amicus ad auris, a Latin phrase that means a lifelong partner, or a friend to the very end. Their ship name is Woosan, and unlike other ships in Ateez, Woosan actually coined it themselves and are very aware of its fandom. In a fan call with Wooyoung, a fan asked what the fandom name for Woosan was. So Wooyoung asked San who was, unshockingly, right beside him. They decided on P, which is the Korean word for rain because Woosan means umbrella in Korean. Wooyoung is also very close to Yeosang. The two have been friends for 8 years now. They knew each other before they joined Ateez, when they were trainees at HYBE, formerly known as Big Hit Entertainment. Yeosang left HYBE and auditioned for KQ. Later, Wooyoung left HYBE and followed Yeosang to KQ because they promised each other that they would debut together. Wooyoung said that if he succeeded, he wanted to do it with Yeosang. And if he failed, he wanted to fail with Yeosang. This made Wooyoung the last member to join Ateez.
So sweet.
Hongjung said that if Wooyoung wasn't there, the members would not be as close as they are. And Mingi says that Wooyoung is the jewel of the group and completed Ateez.
That's really sweet.
Wooyoung's skills were evident as a trainee and have become even better in the last 3 years. Wooyoung has put a tremendous amount of effort in elevating his dancing skills. Most people don't know, but Wooyoung had an extremely tough time as a trainee, and his audition for KQ was his last try before giving up on his dreams. Now, he has found true confidence in his abilities and even has a Studio Coom Artist of the Month to boast of.
So predictable, you're an animal. I can't let you go. You're so good.
Like San, Wooyoung also showed up on the list of 100 of the most viewed fan cams of male K-pop
cool.
idols, with his Artist of the Month coming in as number 41.
So
recently, Wooyoung was even part of the opening performance for Mama 2021 that featured members of 6 fourth-generation idol groups. Wooyoung was also featured in the very first episode of Watch's Fill in the Blank documentary, where he opened up about things he has never told us and also danced.
I also watched this on Patreon if you want to watch it.
To a song by Logic, the title to which is the number to the suicide hotline.
Dance, oh my god.
Like my life ain't mine. Who can relate? I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feel like my life ain't mine. I want you to be alive. I want you to be alive. You don't gotta die today.
He is a top-tier performer, and this is being recognized more and more.
Yes,
though Wooyoung is very known for his dancing abilities, his vocals are enchanting as well.
Agreed.
They often whisk you away in a soft cloud when you hear them. His voice is very light and wispy, and this delicacy is what makes it so satisfying to listen to him.
Yes.
Oh, baby, you gotta stop. Say that
fully forgot he did this.
you're calling. I told you that.
Wooyoung loves to cook and is the member most likely to be found cooking at the dorm. He likes to cook for the members and is always working on his cooking skills. Wooyoung is also passionate about video editing, and he makes vlogs that record the daily lives of Ateez.
I always get scared people are going to choke doing that.
There are a lot of behind-the-scenes content, so I suggest you check them out.
Yes.
A stern warning as you get to know Ateez more. be wary of looking too long at Wooyoung.
That's
because
true.
he just might make you fall in love.
His racking. Huh? That makes no sense. Al Macne, let's go. The bear. Okay. Lots of ISFPs. I'm curious, what is the most common MBTI? ISFJ? Wow. What are the 3 rarest INFJ? Oh. NFJ. What is the rarest female one? INTJ. What MBTI has the most beauty? ENFP? I mean, I used to be that. Can I claim that? Beauty!
For all intents and purposes, Jongho is the hyung of Ateez. Though he is the youngest and officially the Magni, you could never tell from the way he acts.
안녕하십니까 이사님. 아, 제가 이사가 아니고요. 들어온 지 얼마 안 돼가지고. 죄송합니다 이쪽 이사님. 안녕하세요. 신석 박사입니다. 죄송합니다. 네. 들어온 지 이틀밖에 안 돼가지고요.
근손실이 있으면 안 되기 때문에 저 과자 안 치워! 어디 회사에서
I love when he yells.
브랜드 토핑 바나나 and strawberry and oreo.
So cute.
룹. 하지 마. 하지 마. 샤리라고 있어요. 말하지 말라고. 말하지 마.
If anything, San is the Magni, and Jongho acts accordingly. You will often see Jongho shushing San or telling him to stop, calm down, or be quiet. This is hilarious considering their ages, but Jongho being San's hyung isn't the only surprising thing. Recently, San and Jongho found out that they are very distant relatives because they are both from the Gyeongju line of Choi clan.
Wow.
Jongho was the 7th member to join Ateez. He was actually into sports when he was young, but then later felt a stronger pull to singing. He became a trainee at Top Entertainment for several years, before making the move to KQ and becoming their main vocalist and Maknae.
Quality.
One of the most noticeable things about Jongho, even at a quick glance, is his almost somber disposition. While he is the calmest of the group, it should not be mistaken as boring.
Yeah.
Jongho is
He's
very
so funny
and takes joy in exposing other members. Not unlike Yeosang, Jongho's humor is very underrated and often looked past.
잘 봐야 돼 나는. 난 진짜 잘 봐야 돼요.
He is so funny.
나 알았어. 나 알았어.
누군데?
이거 산 영상 통화할 때야. 왼쪽.
여기 왼쪽이야.
반대쪽이야. 전화 딱 받고. 맞아요. 하나, 둘, 셋, 최상. 아이고 이거는 인정한다. 내가 왼쪽으로 좀 잘 나오거든. 안녕하세요 에이틴이 산이에요.
안녕하세요 에이틴이. 아니에요.
An example of this is a fan call, where Jongho gave his excuse for overspending. He said, I didn't want to spend much money while abroad. But I accidentally entered a store and accidentally bought something expensive. Unlike Wooyoung, Jongho does not love skinship. But all of this makes it even more worthwhile when he shocks fans by making an obvious joke or initiating a hug.
It's true.
But, as his young status dictates, Jongho is great at moderating the arguments of the group and soothing the worries of Ateez.
어쨌든
근데
보고
이게-
싶다는 말 한마디에 페이스타임을
그치.
걸어준 리더.
그치, 근데-
그리고 또 리더를 보고 싶은 멤버의 마음.
아, 그것까지.
Quite unlike Mingi, Jongho is the complete opposite when it comes to fear. His unchanging countenance in the face of things that make most people scream is, like Sam said, scarier than anything else. It makes sense that Jongho takes on this somewhat protective role in the group, because he is also the strongest one in Ateez.
This
The
outfit.
video of Jongho breaking multiple apples with his bare hands while singing beautifully went viral. Jongho claims he can beat every member of Ateez in arm wrestling with just one finger. As outlandish as that sounds, I believe him. Just like his adult-like personality, Jongho is obsessed with Americanos,
His
and
adult-like personality. Well, he is an adult.
they are his idea of a dessert. Not only does Jongho not get scared and is extremely strong, but he is good at literally everything. Often on the
He really
first
is.
try. Whether it is fruit
Some people are
carving,
just so
making
talented.
bamboo rings, or holding a single note without breathing for 1 minute and 28 seconds. Yes, you heard that right.
뭐예요?
This is only right as the Maknae on top, a title that was given to Jongho, due to his vast ability to be amazing at anything that he does.
Yeah.
Jongho is also known as the best vocalist of the 4th gen. But, though he is a 4th generation idol, his singing mastery rivals sunbaeams and experts alike. When people listen to Ateez's songs, they often hear an almost angelic sound. Some even mistake his voice for an instrument when they first hear an Ateez song, because it is very hard to fathom a
got such
human
a
being
ballad
hitting
voice.
such notes so perfectly.
오늘은 가지 마 제발 떠나지 마
Wow. I need to watch this back again.
네가 없는 하루를 보내도 근데 왜 자꾸 눈물이 나는 걸까 오늘은 가지 마
His vocals have stupefied experts, peers, sunbaeams, and even the most weathered Ateenies.
It's just like I've watched this clip so many times.
Almost make no sense and don't seem physically possible. Sometimes, he even sings in a female register, which is much higher than a male.
So crazy.
In Ateez's very first performance on Immortal Songs, which was also their first win, Jongho dumbfounded the experts, judges, and audience by hitting 6 consecutive notes without stopping. It was the performance of a lifetime.
Yeah. I mean, I know I've watched this, but let's do it again.
Stopping. It was the performance of a lifetime. Jongho
So
then
good.
coupled this feat by doing it again and hitting 4 consecutive high notes. In
Although I think this was incredible, but I would love to hear him. I feel like he has done it again, at their concert, but I think he could, like the very last note, hit it a lot better than what he did in Kingdom, and I'm pretty sure he has, and I'm pretty sure I've heard it in the rehearsal of this and on concert potentially.
Ateez's performance of Wonderland Symphony No. 9 on the survival show Kingdom, Legendary War.
Like he hit it all perfectly, just the way he came out of it. I reckon he could hit so much better. Which, like, that's a compliment because he's phenomenal and that was phenomenal.
This accomplishment becomes even more amazing when you discover that when Jongho performed this song at one of Ateez's American concerts, his microphone stopped working right before he was supposed to sing. But he
So
didn't
annoying.
let that stop him and ended up
mic.
singing without a microphone.
This is the clip I was talking about.
His voice was so strong, loud, and clear that the melody reached even the highest seat in the venue. Fans were shocked, to say the least. Jongho's astonishing vocals have earned him an appearance on the revered show MBC's King of Masked Singer, where he passed multiple rounds. And even more notably, 3 solo soundtracks for highly rated dramas. Jongho is constantly improving his vocal abilities, and like some of the members,
he's untouchable.
he stayed back in Los Angeles
That's
after
pretty.
the 2022 tour. He used this time to learn and train with vocal experts. Being good at everything includes performance. Jongho's strong, flawless vocals are paired with intense facial expressions that display the quality in which he sings. Most people don't notice or recognize this because of their laser-like focus on his voice, but Jongho is also a standout dancer.
I love that they put that clip in. Yes! I'm so glad they put these clips in.
Slow down, grab the wall, wiggle like you're
He's
trying
got so
to
much
go,
swag.
fall off. Hella thick, I wanna smash them all now. Speed up, gas pedal, gas pedal, gas pedal.
Like his sense of rhythm is so good. And he does like tiny little movements, but it makes it look so swaggy. Hey.
Slow down, grab the wall, wiggle like you're trying to make your fall off. Hella thick, I wanna smash them all now. Speed up, gas pedal, gas pedal, gas pedal.
Jongho is
So
often
good.
called a teddy bear or gummy bear. Either way,
Gummy
he is a bear,
bear.
and he is quite fine with that.
Yeah.
If you are ever frustrated that you aren't good at something, just remind yourself that it is okay. Because you're not Jongho, and there is literally nothing you can do about that.
It's true. Yeah.
I have mentioned the demon line 3 times throughout this video. The demon line is very well known in 18evil and it consists of Hongjun, Songhwa and San. The reason for this moniker is the fact that the second a performance starts, their entire countenance and persona changes, and it looks as though they are
Jesus.
possessed.
That's what I was.
While
that's the
this
clip I wanted
aids
in
in
it.
creating some of the best performances you have ever seen. It is quite noticeable, and 18s love to point it out. After all of this, thank you for coming, thank you for staying, and thank you for getting to know our boys.
I love that.
이번 로그 끝은 여상이 형이 할 거예요. 안녕.
네, 안녕하세요. 이번 한국관광공사 또 라이브 방송 또 브이로그 엔딩을 맡고 있는 에이티즈 여상입니다. 요즘 제가 엔딩을 좀 잘 맡고 있는 것 같아서 좀 뿌듯하네요. 하지만 여러분, 엔딩은 산이가 할 겁니다. 내 거야.
내 거야.
네, 안녕하세요. 에이티즈 한국관광공사 엔딩을 맡게 된 유도입니다. 이제 우리 편집자분께서 엔딩이 많잖아요. 그래서 어떤 것을 엔딩을 쓸지 잘 모르겠지만 편집자님 제 거 꼭 써주세요. 알겠죠?
엔딩 후보 대결이야?
네, 엔딩 후보 대결. 브이로그의 엔딩을 네.
안녕하십니까. 네, 엔딩 후보 세 번째 민기입니다. 네 번째. 제가 이번에 엔딩을 하기 위해서 탈색을 한 거거든요. 이러면 엔딩 안 시켜줄 수가 없죠. 그러니까 제가 엔딩하게 해주세요. 사랑해요.
모두가 엔딩을 노릴 때 나는 편집점을 노린다. 저는 욕심이 없습니다. 엔딩은 누군가 하겠죠. 그냥 저는 에이티즈를 사랑할 뿐입니다. 에이티즈 사랑해.
Oh, that was so cute. Oh, I loved that so much. I loved that so much. Oh, sorry, I started stretching at the same time. And you know when you get a good stretch when you're trying to talk and you just gotta let it out. Anyways, that was fun. Hope you enjoyed, everyone. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. As I said at the beginning, I don't care how much I know these guys. I could watch guides forever. I just absolutely love them. So yes, I hope you enjoyed, everyone. And I'll see you in my next video. I'm doing the Vikings today. I already started the Vikings. I'm doing more episodes today, so head over to Patreon. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later. Bye.